Alright, ladies and gentlemen, every single one out there in the crowd and of course everyone over there on the YouTube side, welcome back to the arena. The dynamic duo has officially returned with another blockbuster qualifier in our backpack. That means Vape Coach is going to be on the mic for your evening entertainment. And not gonna lie, I'm quite excited to be here. Vape, what's poppin', baby?
What's going on, Rips? Man, you drugged me out of bed early. I am ready for it, man. The arena is here. We are here. You got a stacked lineup. Let's see it, brother.
Vape, today is going to be a stacked day in here because all of our players, they are trying to secure those juicy league points, you know, to climb the leaderboard to that sweet top 64 area, which means qualification time for our big $2,000 finale. But yes, guys, the lineup, it looks spectacular. We have 5 sets in total. That means 10 players are actually signed up for an on-stream set here tonight. And Vape, we have the entire world competing as always. Some very, very interesting matchups I want to say here in the beginning, and you can see it on your own, Vape. RINZLER versus EVILCARNAGE. That is gonna be just the appetizer tonight. If you guys think this is a crazy set already, no, chat. RASSULgaming.com. Do I have to say more, Vape?
Oh, man. This is quite the lineup, Rassul. The biggest demon you could imagine with that Kung Lao.
I love me some RASSUL gameplay on a good Thursday, you know? It can't get much better than this, Vape. RASSULgaming.com, maybe the most, and I don't mean that in a negative way, chat, the most hated player in the arena. But you know what, Vape? I love him. I love him because this man is literally driving these players crazy with his Kung Lao. Today, match versus TSUKASA. I see Osmos with 5 gifted. Big Baba Frankie with the resub. Thank you guys so much. But Vape, we're not stopping there. DANAJM, one of the strongest GERAS players representing the Middle East region today versus NUGI. This is going to be a high octane match in my opinion. Tragic versus Bomb 13 on the NA side. And then last but not least, Vape, give me your thoughts on this. ONLINECALE versus HONEYBEE.
You went and stacked the deck here for this main event. ONLINECALE, one of the best players, Rips, I dare say, in the world, taking on HONEYBEE, the best reptile you will see out there. This is going to be a main event to remember.
Oh, man. Let's get this going. I see T1000 on RINZLER's end. Vape, maybe that's going to be the character we see in match number 1. EVILCARNAGE going to the OG main. That means OMNI is ready to teabag the shit out of RINZLER.
Oh, absolutely, man. Hey, no, EVILCARNAGE, he just won one of your tournaments the other day. Definitely coming in full of confidence, but Rips, against RINZLER, this could be a bit too much. We will see game number 1 coming your guys' way.
Oh, man, and we're already in round number 1, chat. Today's going to be hopefully nice and smooth, but as Vape mentioned, the sets are fantastic. I think we're going to see some super high-level gameplay today. RINZLER on his OG main. We're bringing REIKO back.
Oh, the REIKO piece, and this is a character that has gotten nerfed, he's gotten buffed, he's in a bit of a weird zone. However, a player like RINZLER gonna be able to make him work, and I guarantee, Ritz, we're gonna see a ton of air grabs, but somebody like Carnage who jumps a lot, that could be a problem. As we are seeing right now, this is...
Vape, stop
RINZLER
it.
already getting us cooking, Rips.
RINZLER trying to send a statement, but here comes EVILCARNAGE with the answer.
EVILCARNAGE, what is gonna be the setup from here? We see the up block throw coming through here, Rips. All right, Carnage, he is dancing in and out, though. We got Ninja Stars. We are just running at him, but look at this. That is going to be a full punish, Rips.
That was such a beautiful block from RINZLER. And guys, don't forget it. We are talking about a former arena champion here on RINZLER's end. Like, this man is a sweat.
Oh, yeah, RINZLER, he is nothing to be shy about when it comes to all these plus frames, all this damage, and Rips the REIKO punishing. I'm sorry, the Rips Ninja Star punish in it to the Tremor.
That means RINZLER taking the lead, even though it's only 1 round, and that doesn't mean a lot. Here comes another command grab sponsored by young RINZLER. Wake up, parry, and what the hell is this?
Oh! And we are going airborne on that. That is going to be EVILCARNAGE Airlines fully booked. And he is still going, showing no signs of slowing down here.
Well, I thought he's gonna get punished for the parry attempt, but then RINZLER tried to press, I think tried to go for the punish on his own, and that is an EVILCARNAGE round so far. Look at RINZLER's health bar completely melted away back.
It just evaporated right in front of us, Rips. EVILCARNAGE looking good.
Fight.
However, Rips, it's going to take a little bit more. We do know RINZLER does have that adaptation on his side, and we are just running at him full force. Carnage trying to jump out of everything. Just the grab, but RINZLER a little bit too smart for that.
RINZLER saying, get off me, please.
Yeah, we shan't be doing that today. Oh, almost a pickup rinse coming from RINZLER, but there's going to be a beautiful belly to back suplex.
But I think the conditioning is gonna kick in later on, because right now RINZLER is really trying to go for that strike throw mix, and that's exactly where REIKO shines, of course, with that command grab. Good tech once again. You can't throw RINZLER right now.
Yeah, RINZLER is not going to be thrown any which direction. However, he's still trying to make his way in there, and he's going to not be denied on that up block, but he does use it for the plus frames. Let's see what he's got.
And again, RINZLER running across the entire stage. Maybe nearly as quick as Vape runs towards those single Facebook moms, but never mind. Back to the match.
Hey, we got to focus on the match here, Chad. You guys said it, not us. Another suplex rips. This will be RINZLER in the lead. It's low and he's close, Rips. This is, wait a minute, no, we're not done.
Little microdot gives him another opening, Vape. This is not over yet. We have Fatal Blow locked and loaded, but EVILCARNAGE has to be so careful. That is plus. Good flawless block!
He's on chip territory. He can still win this, but so many up blocks, Rips. That's going to be guaranteed. And we are going airborne again. That is going to be RINZLER taking game number 1. And a big splat coming your way to end things. RINZLER starting things off pretty good, Rips.
RINZLER on REIKO really is a force to be reckoned with, and I personally like that we see at least a few more REIKO players again, because I think REIKO as a character is in such a solid spot right now, Vape, in the competitive meta. I think the matchup chart is great. I think he has decent buttons, good mix-ups. Like, the character has everything you need to play him on the highest level.
No, without a doubt. The character is extremely solid. They did take away the ninja start, so you cannot zone like you used to, but you know what, Rips? He doesn't need it. If you get up close with this character, you could be in some trouble if you are the opposing player.
Yeah, definitely. And EVILCARNAGE, of course, not switching characters. This man is a true OMNI man loyalist. And the only potential change I expect here is maybe a switch on RINZLER's end if he's gonna lose.
Yeah, RINZLER, he has a plethora of characters. This is kind of his just testing the water. However, Rips, he is having some success. Game number 2 is, and we're immediately starting off with a thunderclap. What is this? And RINZLER, he is going plus frames. He is going staggers. As you talked about earlier, Rips, strike throw is going to be the name of the game if you are playing REIKO. Good. All right, the Lao hat now. It's going to be Carnage trying to establish that pressure, but he's going to be eating a lot of damage here, Rips.
Oh man, Babe, look at this.
Oh, we are going aerial. We are going left, right, center field. Beautiful punish coming from Carnage. And all right, jump-ins all over the place. Look at this, man. He drops it.
Vape, you better look at this level 2 hype train we have here. Wait a minute, the community is going crazy. Guys, thank you so much for everything you do for us on a daily basis. Hope you enjoyed the show so far. But guys, Vape on the mic, a fantastic card is waiting for us. Like, if you're not entertained, then that's on you, chat.
Let me tell you guys, if you've never commentated Rips Arena, the community's going crazy, the players are going crazy. Rips himself is losing his mind. There are 3 fronts to deal with here, Rips.
Losing my mind, and I already lost my pants, Vape.
Oh,
Luckily, the camera only shows
us.
the upper half, you know.
That's the only part that matters, at least for now. However, RINZLER gonna be eating some big damage, going aerial again, and these airlines, they are clear for takeoff. Look at Carnage going crazy.
EVILCARNAGE, he wants those teabags. He wants a little bit of fatalities.
Smashing him right back down on the ground. The tremor, does he convert? Does he go fatal?
No, this is not gonna work. No, this is a big mistake. And where's the punish?
Carnage needs a little bit more, but the double leg takedown, a little bit of ground and pound there, Rips. Holy moly, the Lao hat again. Who's gonna take it? It's gonna be RINZLER. Rips, this is too demonic. RINZLER able to bring that back after the failed blow.
And just like that, RINZLER is sitting on sweep hunt, even though I gotta say, the overall score right now doesn't really showcase how close these rounds are.
EVILCARNAGE is battling. The problem is, RINZLER is his opponent, and he is going ultra sweat mode. 2-0 lead coming for Rinz. He will need one more.
And Vape, I say it again, and RINZLER, please forgive me, but I think RINZLER's biggest strength as a competitive player in MK1 is that sometimes he doesn't even know himself what he's doing. And that means he is unreadable for 99% of the opponents, because RINZLER is just crazy.
Yeah, no, this man always talks about it. He always has himself a couple beers a lot before the matches start, and he says he's good to go. I think his biggest strength to add to that is he just doesn't care, Rips.
Guys, I swear to God, I know most of you guys are new here on the channel since the MK1 release, but RINZLER in MK11 on Kano, that was a completely different ballgame. He was literally insane.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. He would push, down 1 7 times in a row, and Rips, it would work.
Don't give me PTSD right now.
Shout outs to the old MK11 days, but we gotta focus here on the future RINZLER. He is cooking here in the corner. And what's going on, everybody in chat? I see each and every one of you guys. Thank you again so much for supporting the arena. We are out here today, baby. And RINZLER, by the way, rips on set point, trying to close the show.
But now EVILCARNAGE with at least a little bit of momentum in the back, trying to bring this back, but the reversal 3-0 is needed, and that is close to impossible, especially when RINZLER is on REIKO.
I don't even know if Kameos can do it at this point, man. RINZLER is just such a freight train. Carnage has got to get something going. Could be a lot easier said than done, of course. And RINZLER still showing no signs of slowing down. All right, RINZLER, though, this is going to hurt. You got to break away from it, and we see it. And this is close, Rips. This could be the beginning of the end. It looks like EVILCARNAGE, man. I'm sorry, RINZLER is looking to put the finishing touches, and this might be enough to do it. And that is going to be a 3-0. GG's to both players. A little bit of ground and pound just to tie things. I'm sorry, just to put a bow on things. And that is going to be RINZLER. 3-0. GG's.
That is a statement being sent by RINZLER to the entire community here. A very, very dominant game number one. But ladies and gents, as promised, we are literally just getting started at match number 2. Vape, you talked about it. The biggest Kombat League demon is finally back at the arena, and you guys know he has a special place in my heart. I'm talking about RASSULGaming.com, who drives the entire Arena League crazy from time to time, because that Kung Lao, it is unpredictable. Maybe even the most unpredictable player we have in the entire arena. Today, match versus that very, very strong Takeda on TSUKASA's end. Vape, I expect a close fight.
I'm sorry, Kung Lao.
We are going to have to see, chat. Game number 1, don't go anywhere. This is going to be where the magic happens. Let's see if RASSUL can get his way to another victory here in the arena, or if TSUKASA going to come through and make it happen.
Vape, RASSUL on Kung Lao Sonya, and I know that TSUKASA is definitely not amused about this. Let's go.
I'm actually surprised to see this, Rips. We are so used to seeing him on that Kung Lao sector, but this appears to be fitting the bill quite nicely. And he is showing no signs of slowing down, backing this man into the corner, going for a very zoner-oriented approach. TSUKASA, gotta make your way up in those DMs, Rips.
It was so hilarious. The last time we uploaded RASSUL to our YouTube, so many people commentated under the video. Man, I've met him in Kombat League and he's a pain in the ass.
Oh my God, is it? Anytime you upload RASSUL, it's just PTSD for the community, man. They know exactly what they're dealing with, and we're seeing him pouring on TSUKASA, looking good. However, though, you can bring this back. ASHRAH, they do have that ASHRAH Fatal Blow, which does an exorbitant amount of damage. That's going to be the round.
And by the way, Sander, thank you so much for the resub for 49 months. Sander, we're getting old.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. You said it, Rips, not me. However, this is going to be TSUKASA with the lead on RASSUL. I'm very interested to see, because it does look like RASSUL is winning the battle here in zoning. But as soon as TSUKASA makes their way in, they are able to make it back.
Just armoring through, and yeah, Kung Lao's armor is maybe one of the best armored moves in the entire game.
Oh yeah, that double hitting, man. That is not going to be shy about any damage whatsoever. Look at this. We're going skybound. This is a tremendous amount of damage.
Back against the wall. Good block on that overhead, and that is a punish all day long. RASSUL once again in the driver's seat, but generally speaking, TSUKASA 1 round up.
Definitely keep in mind, TSUKASA does have that Fatal Blow. If they can work their way in, this will be a ball game. However, RASSUL trying to make sure that does not happen, Rips. However, hang on, we got to spin to win a little bit here.
RASSUL with a little Beyblade cosplay.
And that's going to do it, RASSUL. The Sonya is providing so much coverage. I'm loving the way he's using it. However, this is a minefield, Rips, to find your way in on so many hazards coming from RASSUL. All right, nice, beautiful punish coming from RASSUL. And look at this, Rips, just like that, it is going to be him back in the driver's seat. TSUKASA, got to work your way back in. That has got to be frustrating. However, RASSUL, plus frames, flash parry. And that's going to be a pun. No, he doesn't do it on time. Good, the low. RASSUL is getting that shimmy neutron. And this is going to be RASSUL Airlines. To the corner you go.
The good old Kung Lao mix. And that is TSUKASA just trying to bring this back. Another throw connecting. And now we're so close to death territory.
And TSUKASA, they got to be perfect. There's so many projectiles coming your way. Let's see what they can do.
He just went for it!
Spend it! Is that going to kill?
Babe, I mean,
Rich,
we're
he's
talking
dead.
about ASHRAH's Fatal.
He's dead. And that is going to be game one going to TSUKASA Rips. Maybe the robbery of the century we are seeing here in the arena. Holy moly, that is absolutely crazy. Take me out the oven because I am done. Game number one, going to TSUKASA.
TSUKASA taking the lead, and even TSUKASA in the chat is surprised that that worked out, Vape. But I think it was his only chance. I think if RASSUL would have gotten the block and, you know, it was his turn again, I think it would have been GG's.
Yeah, no, he did not have a lot of life left. That was absolutely the call from there. I'm super surprised that hit, by the way. Ross, usually a little bit tighter on the defense. Maybe he's just waking up like me, Rips. We will see what he can do. On to game number two we go.
No character switch and no cameo switch, because Vape mentioned usually RASSUL brings Lao's Sector as his go-to combination in competitive play, but right now still locked in on Sonya.
I do see the reason for the Sonya, and by the way, a very good pick for Kung Lao. Does a lot of damage when it comes to that throw, provides a lot of coverage that we saw last game. However, right now, this is going to be Ross again, trying to zone his way in. The problem is, ASHRAH is very, very good about getting in, but Ross putting up some LeBron-type numbers here, Rips.
That is RASSULGaming.com in a nutshell.
We're going skybound and down. Beautiful punish. I'm sorry, beautiful counter coming from TSUKASA down one. And Ross is trying to establish more pressure. That overhead will not be hitting. Rip from this neutral. It looks like TSUKASA just going to flash parry their way in. RASSUL is not finding a punish to that whatsoever. But there it is right there. Still not quite able to get it. Not quick enough on the draw. Beautiful. Good. And Ross is pressing and TSUKASA is taking advantage.
Overhead gets blocked, and that is TSUKASA once again taking his turn, and RASSUL a little bit too confident on the controller.
He nailed it. That's gonna do it. No fatal blow required. RASSUL with some excellent corner position, and that will be the round.
This is fun.
And Rips, it's such a weird little contrast. It seems like RASSUL is winning the entire round, and TSUKASA almost steals it late every single time.
Generally speaking, ASHRAH only needs like 3 openings to erase your entire health bar, so I can see it.
Oh, definitely. This character, especially you pair him with the right cameo, is going to do some numbers. However, we do have Serena Glades out. We do have hats coming everywhere. What a punish coming from Ross. However, beautiful stuff yet again. Ross able to use that armor. That is what is so frustrating. Once you get in, usually there is some armor to greet you. However, we're pressing right back.
I was about to say, both of these guys are pressing like there's no tomorrow.
Oh, most definitely.
Clip
Let's see it, Ross. He can. Nice. The low again. Ross trying to make his way in, trying to get out this corner, and he does so, Rips. Oh, the punish. This is going to do it. And that is going to be GG's. I'm sorry. That is going to be the round. This is going to be a tie ball game here in game number 2. Rips, this is going to be a very pivotal round. This might determine the set here, whoever wins this round alone. Nice. Overhead is going to be good. And let's see it, though. The Lao hats are everywhere. Projectile City, Population U, bro. And it looks like TSUKASA having a bit of a hard time dealing with this. Does make their way in, Rips. Nice punish again, and this is going to be close. Let's see if RASSUL, can he finish this round off? TSUKASA blocking that overhead. Very good stuff and a very good punish.
RASSUL's trying to sneak that down 2 in, but didn't work out this time. Look at this pressure. Look at this conversion from TSUKASA.
Oh! To your point, that's a very impressive conversion. However, TSUKASA still in the lead. Ross is in trouble here, Rips. This is gonna do it.
Babe, I don't think in trouble is the right phrase here. TSUKASA is destroying RASSULGaming.com right now.
Rips, let me be perfectly honest with you in the chat, in the community, the YouTube, the everything. This is not what I expected. Generally, I have a very good idea of how sets are gonna go. TSUKASA blowing my expectations into smithereens.
I think everyone is a little bit surprised right now because the chat prediction, it is so one-sided in RASSUL's favor, actually. Here it is, guys. Take a look at it. The final prediction is 71% on RASSUL.
I don't think that's a bad prediction coming into this, but TSUKASA looking good. And as you can see, normally see them on that Takeda. Clearly had a great game plan, Rips.
But now all eyes on RASSUL, who is actually going for the cameo switch now. That means we are bringing that sector.
Master Kai agreed to teach me.
All right, that sector is on the loose. This is going to be the final version of RASSUL, the fully baked. Let's see if he can get anything going here. We'll need Rips. Another reverse 3-0 on our hands. However, what a punish, calls him out immediately. However, that drop not going to be benefiting you. 9 out of 10 doctors are not going to recommend that you get slapped by this great sword woman. Beautiful. And look at this, now we are putting on the dark stance. This ASHRAH is starting to pull away Rips. All right, RASSUL trying to make his way back into those DMs. And he is now, no, this is pretty close. However, as we've been talking about this entire time, one touch from TSUKASA, and this is GG's. All right, the glaives, I love the way he's using this setup, Rips. This is close. RASSUL, he cannot afford to get touched again. Good. The overhead, it whiffs the whiff-opotamus, Rips.
Man, Wave, this set, it's blowing my mind right now because yes, TSUKASA is strong, but right now, he looks like a completely different beast.
Oh man, I've seen him a couple times here in the arena. This has got to be his best performance by far. However, he's got to now put a bow tie on it. He's got to complete this because RASSUL, if you give him an inch, he will take a mile. Nice, that flash parry to catch Ross again. And it looks like Ross is getting out-armored here, man. Finally, a player who can do it to him just like he does to basically everybody else.
Serena?
All right, the glaives are out.
Overhead.
Nice overhead block, and what is the punish?
I think RASSUL blocked like 99% of those overheads.
And he's not getting hit. It's usually the follow-up that catches him, I'm noticing. And wait, is that though? Beautiful duck coming from TSUKASA. And this is close, but it looks like Ross does have it, and that spin to win could absolutely take it, Rips.
So far, the matches are definitely delivering, in my opinion, babe. As expected, this is Titans Arena. Looking at our overall lineup card, we're gonna see some crazy matchups today, and maybe some surprises, just like TSUKASA right now.
Oh, without a doubt, we are seeing players level up right in front of our eyes. Ross, we know how good he is. However, TSUKASA now showing the next stage in their evolution, and I love that. Pocket characters to help you along the way.
The only 2 players who never leveled up are actually commentating this set right now, but that's a different story.
Anyway, yeah, you do not want to see our Combat League records. However, we are going to focus on the players here and now, Rips. This is going to be TSUKASA on set point.
Armoring out.
Oh, he
also
blocks
the Amplify,
it.
but TSUKASA very patient right now. Maybe too patient even.
I love the way he's playing, though. I know exactly kind of how he's thinking about things. Good defense, and that's gonna do it.
Vape, I was about to say, this is never gonna connect from that distance, but then ASHRAH doing ASHRAH things.
ASHRAH making it rain, a 3-0, our second 3-0 of the day. Who expected this? All I gotta say is GG's to both players, our second one. And that is gonna do it, man. That is gonna be us.
TSUKASA originally, at least here in the arena, is a Takeda main. I didn't even know that TSUKASA has such a strong ASHRAH in the back pocket.
Yeah, we were just talking about it, man. You gotta have those pocket characters to clean up those matches. Did not like the Takeda matchup, at least so it would seem. But you know what? You have a pocket ASHRAH, chat. And we see players with tons of so many pocket characters. It will help you along the way. Learn somebody else to cover your weaknesses.
That is right. Metzex, thank you so much for the Prime subscription here on our channel. But guys, we're gonna keep the show schmoving for y'all, because another blockbuster set is already locked and loaded. And that means DANAJM finally back in the arena. A lot of people on the YouTube side requested DANAJM back on stream, and today it is time versus our MILEENA Ball Roll Warlord #1, NUGI. DANAJM is so good with that character. Another player I think is kind of slept on in the competitive meta or in the tournament scene, because DANAJM is so strong.
No, DANAJM is very good, man. And you see players like Gur kind of get the spotlight with GERAS, but you got to remember, on the EU side and Middle East side of things, there is a lot of sweat here, and we are seeing it to start us off. Our big stuff, and this is going to be DANAJM. Look at him, he's blocking low. He's ready for that ball roll, Rips. He knows what's coming his way.
He really is. He watched some YouTube videos we uploaded about NUGI, and he knows what's coming. Gio, thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. And let's see what the mix-up is. NUGI just armoring out. Great matchup knowledge.
He's got to get started somewhere. Wants to establish that Oki. However, DANAJM is going to be out of those DMs just like that. DANAJM, a very patient player, Rips. I don't think it's any surprise to anybody. However, that is going to be NUGI going NUGI Airlines. But wait, we're going to reverse all of that. It didn't happen, Rips. DANAJM waking up with buds, but NUGI again is going to be armoring out of all of that. DANAJM is getting cracked.
Oh, get launched. And yeah, when you're with your back against the wall versus MILEENA, you're in for a rough ride. Slumper, thank you so much for the resub as well. Man, the community is trying to start another hype train. I'm not sure if it's because of the gameplay or because Vape is actually here on the mic. But regardless, thank you so much.
Hey, W community all the way. I want to hear each and every one of you guys. We got some hype matches coming your way, and I need to see every bit of emotes we can. But right now, DANAJM gonna work his way out of the corner. Beautiful command grab. And he is starting to pour it on here, Rips. He is starting to pull away. There is no rewind button for NUGI. He's got to eat this.
35% to the kisser, and Vape, there's a follow-up right after.
Oh my goodness, DANAJM is pouring it on, starting to pull away. We are all tied up. Never mind. Like, let's go. Game round number 3.
Yo, Tragic, thank you so much for the resub. 6 months already.
Tragic, one of the goat smokes of the community, man, showing some love. We love to see it.
No, Tragic is actually on stream today, and that even players subscribe here to our channel. It means a lot, Tragic. Thank you so much.
Always W support, W love. However, this is going to be a W. GERAS coming through. Beautiful transition, and this is going to be some damage.
That is going to be a straight up burger. 39, we're very, very close to the 40% mark every single time.
However, though, NUGI does appear to be pulling away, Rips. One more hit. This should be GG's. Oh, the whiff. The whippopotamus, Rips. That is going to be a whippopotamus sighting in public. And we're going to spend it. It's not going to kill, though, right?
I was about to ask the question. I think the scaling is going to be too rough, especially on a 1050 HP character.
This is going to be interesting. It's starting. Those numbers are starting to add up. However, it is not going to be enough. NUGI still basically as tied up as you can get.
But DANAJM is back. And that overhead, it is close to unblockable.
We were talking about this the other day. It's not that, I mean, it's not that quick, but for some reason, it lands like 90% of the time, or at least so it would appear. Gonna happen, at least so we think, man. Once again, if you do want to help out Rips with that hair transplant goal, consider subbing to the channel. Go ad-free, and once again, join this amazing community with some W emotes, I might add.
No, Rip, you have to sell it to them in another way. You have to say, you know, if you want to help Rip get laid again, then, you know...
Yes.
Back to the match, Rape!
We're going in hot and heavy, just like Rips at the... Never mind. Focusing on now is going to be Najim, the down one to keep us going.
Guys, we need 2 professional commentators real quick.
Yeah, help wanted, most certainly. We're just trying to fill the spot for a little while, Rips. That's the entire game plan. All right, though, but as we are talking about, NUGI coming through with that armor does not appear to be shy about it whatsoever.
Oh, did he actually outspace that? That is so good, because there's true counterplay to that MILEENA move, but not a lot of players use it.
Yeah, you can outspace it. That's one of the few ways to actually punish it. However, DANAJM appears to be pulling away. NUGI will need that armor. The ball roll tries to go for the snap, and that's going to be to his downfall. That's going to be the round.
You look chewed up and spit out.
Round 2.
Let's see this community going crazy. Already putting their wig comments in chat. Rips, are you going to take this?
I hate this community from the bottom of my heart. Babe, I'm only here for the money.
Yes.
I'm only here for the money. Babe. Today, let me check. 12. We already made $12. That's worth it.
Absolutely, man. Hey, you know what? That is vacation time for you and me. But first, we got to see which one of these players are going to be Xing a little bit early. Good low, the double, the tremor. You cannot push a button. NUGI trying to go mixed. And a grab coming from NUGI. Beautiful.
Oh, all these staggers.
And look at this, though, the staggers.
DANAJM once again in the driver's seat. NUGI decided to block with his face on wake up, and that means another round in DANAJM's favor.
Fight.
We love it, Rips. We did not buy this game in order to block. However, this is going to be DANAJM again coming on through. Beautiful combos, gets the Thanos technology on the board. And DANAJM, these staggers, Rips. When do you push a button? This is a very good question. Oh, but he goes for it. And this is NUGI right now. He's got to make a decision. He's got to start guessing right here, Rips.
What a whiff punish.
Beautiful again, and there's another ball roll. Here comes NUGI. Nice. And the back shot combos, Rip. There is nothing quite like them. This is gonna do it. This should be it.
DANAJM with the 2-0 lead chat. And what the hell is this coming from
DANAJM's
R2 in the
good.
chat? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Here is sweet.
Where do they
What are we
get their
seeing? What
hair
are we
follicles from, Rips? Which other part of your body is exceptionally hairy? They're gonna need... Wait.
W community, man. W community. This is the way to do it. This is the way to do it, 100%.
Do I have to say more, chat?
Rips,
Do I have to say more, chat?
we're gonna take it all from your chest. You're gonna look like a dolphin afterwards. That's the way to go. But Rips, we gotta focus on game number 3 here. This is gonna be DANAJM on a 2-0 streak.
Back to the match, you little
got to
shits.
get...
Rob was saying when Rips gets wet, he get... I hate this community so much.
If you're on the YouTube side of things, you can't see what's going on. The chat is literally just trolling, Rips, when it comes to the hair transplant that we are talking about. However, airborne again coming for DANAJM, though. There is going to be the snap, and NUGI so far, Rips, has not been able to get any momentum going. DANAJM calling him out every step of the way.
Look at Fruity's freaking emote in the chat.
Rips, are we going to allow that? Because if the question goes to me, the answer is yes. Yes, I will allow it. I pretty much allow anything. Airborne again. Here comes big NUGI.
NUGI with his
NUGI
back
right
against
now.
the wall needs the reversal 3-0 versus DANAJM, but right now he is looking somewhat solid.
This should be the round. This should be somewhat close. NUGI needs one more. Rips, this would be our 3rd sweep of the day. We got to do something here. We got to see if NUGI, chat, give him your energy. However, DANAJM says you can give him your energy all you want. This GERAS is still going to be hitting like a freight train. And look at this, man. Absolutely devastating combos. The backshot combos, the end things, we love to see it.
How is the freaking chat still talking about my chest hair?
Rips, you brought it up, brother. You opened this can of worms. You knew what you were doing.
Mistakes have been made, babe, but now let's see what DANAJM can do here.
DANAJM is only going to be a little bit away from a set point. He's guessing right every step of the way.
Final round. Fight.
And all right, and that's he's just NUGI said, if you're not gonna do something, I'm gonna do something, and we are most certainly seeing that. Nice overhead smash, another overhead slam. However, DANAJM says enough is enough. We will be spending that bar. And look at this though, DANAJM just barely outspacing NUGI here. However, NUGI still with an exceptional lead. That snap is not gonna be good. This should be close, and he's got
Oh,
it.
that is
That's
so
gonna be
good.
the game.
But Breaker. And now DANAJM, can he bring this back? Beautiful whiff punish, and that's gonna be NUGI arriving on the scoreboard for the first time. We go right into the Brood, babe.
Absolutely, man. That reminds me of my first date. Either way, that is going to be a 2-1 score coming for big NUGI. Still will need one more to knot this up, Rips.
I need a game 5. We say it every single day in the arena, babe, but it just doesn't feel the same, you know, when we don't have a game 5 situation.
I agree with that. There's something just very hype about it. It lights the community up like a Christmas tree, and we're going to see what we can do, man. However, NUGI will need to repeat that performance.
Zell is saying these guys are gaming. Today, everyone is gaming. And Zell, let me tell you this. On the card right after this, Tragic versus Bomb 13. And last but not least, in my opinion, maybe the blockbuster of the night, ONLINECALE versus HONEYBEE. And chat, before you go crazy, ONLINECALE is awake. He is here.
So we hear. So, I mean, those are the rumors, apparently. We will see. However, chat, this is going to be game number 4. NUGI taking on DANAJM, and NUGI starting off like he just doesn't care. That immediate ball roll that we see MILEENA's do so much again, Rips.
Rotha is saying, one trade, I give you some of my head hair and turn off your chest hair. Rotha, the thing is, when I was your age, I didn't have chest hair as well, so just give it a little bit of time.
Exactly, man. Once you hit Rips level, you are at peak performance. Speaking of peak performance here, DANAJM starting to kind of bring it back. Overhead is good for NUGI. NUGI is mixing a lot, though, and this is the DANAJM not blocking on Wake Up. Does not have the lead here. He's backing up here, Rips. And we are trying to make our way in. Nugi, though, gonna bide his time, Rips. Why would you go in if you have the life lead?
I don't know. Maybe just to send a statement?
A very good point. It's a very good point. But look at that. That is what happens. You're overextending yourself. And Nugi, he's got to make a decision here. Do you want to go for it? That snap's gonna nail him. And DANAJM, this could be his key to coming back.
Babe,
here comes the mix.
It's time for the blunder.
Absolutely diabolical, and this is going to scale once again. However, this is going to be putting DANAJM on one-hit territory if this doesn't kill. It's still alive, just barely. What is the move from here? The overhead again, Rips.
Man, I like the read from Nugi, but apparently, frame-wise, DANAJM still had enough time to use that overhead as a true meaty.
It's something for Nugi to learn to put in his back pocket. Now he knows he cannot armor when he is on that bit of health against GERAS. However, again, we are smashing the ground. Beautiful pickup from DANAJM. That's crazy, that comboed. And Rich Tremor, just the cameo to get you a combo off anything, off of projectiles, off of sweeps, off of anything. Over here comes Nugi again. We are reversing all of that, though. You got to go and do it again. Down one's all over the place, though. The sweeps, the grab, and this is going to be Nugi starting to kind of bring this back into orbit. DANAJM still on set point.
Oh, Nugi, unfortunately, no commitment, but goes for the ghetto mix, and that's going to lead to so much reward. Look at this damage.
Oh, that's hit. Yeah, 100%. However, on to this. Let's see. This is going to be the most pivotal round of the entire set. Either Nugi's going to bring it back. The raw Tremor, no protection. And here comes DANAJM again. And he is not shy about this damage. He is handling these conversions like a boss. And this is going to be DANAJM pulling away.
Vape, what the hell are we watching? DANAJM, what are you doing?
Oh, he's lighting up that scoreboard, and that's gonna do it. Another a 3-1 4-hour score today.
All I can say is, ladies and gentlemen, DANAJM is back stronger than ever, especially considering what kind of player Nugi is. That was very, very impressive. GG's.
Great start, man. Great start for DANAJM. We hope to see you again. And this is going to be us done with set number 3, Rips. But now we got to go to North America and see what they're bringing today.
Yes, Vape, it's time to join the American League here in the arena. And coming up next, we have Tragic matched versus Bomb 13. And potentially, we're looking at a smoke mirror match.
Yeah, Bomb 13, not a player I'm too familiar with. Tragic, though, everybody knows who this man is. Representing STG, gonna be coming through with that smoke. One of the better ones you will see on the North American side.
Yeah, whenever I see that S-tier gaming clan tag in front of the name, I already know this dude is a sweat, because you can see it. ONLINECALE and Tragic representing the same team. That means we have back-to-back sweat sets in the pipeline for the community. But Bomb 13, Vape, even though you're not as familiar with him, he is an insanely strong player as well. And I have the feeling this is going to be closer than the majority of people think. Right?
All right, game number 1 here. And it is going to be that mirror we see. No, we got the Liu Kang coming out of Tragic. He does play a variety of... Okay, wait.
And Invictus,
I'm going to wait till they select, Rips.
I believe in you, Rips. Invictus, honestly, between us, thank you so much for everything you do for me. All the beautiful messages. I just received your message today, by the way. It somehow was, you know, locked in the spam folder for whatever reason. Thank you, brother.
Well, that's where all my messages are as well. Shout outs to the Discord.
Yeah, but I marked you as spam in my Discord, you know?
You just blocked me right away. Just go commentate. That's all I need you for. However, let's see it, though. Let's go. By the way, if you're curious which one Tragic is, he is going to be the one that is going to be Smoke. However, this mirror, though, let's see if it's going to be a living legend that lives up to the legend. All right. And a beautiful grab, though, coming out of this man. However, it's going to be Bomb with the lead currently, Rips. Let's see if he can maintain that. We do know that Smoke and Sector is a deadly combination, but here comes Tragic. You can't keep a good dog down for too long.
Man, are we watching MK or Call of Duty right now? What the hell?
All right, we will see. We will see. However, Tragic trying to find his way back, but this is going to be him figuring it out. That is going to be round number 1. Beautiful comeback coming from Tragic.
Round 2. Fight.
All right. Sector rockets coming through all over the place, though. Bomb not too far behind on this, though. Will need to get that invisible smoke attack going, and it looks like he does. Throwing Tragic into the corner. What is the move from here? Smoke some amazing armor in this game. The lows, the back threes. And now Tragic trying to answer right back, though. He is canceling right in front of his face rips.
Man, Vape, I can barely keep
Nice.
up. I'm happy that you are on the mic with me today because, yeah, this is too much for me.
Yeah, I'm looking to you on this one, by the way. I don't know what to tell you on that.
I mean, be
However,
completely
that is
honest, Vape,
going-
I'm watching Sex and the City on my second monitor right now.
Oh shit, man. I got Black Mirror on in the background. Fantastic stuff, by the way. Apparently these players are still going at it.
Let's
And
get
the-
Rotha into
I'm
this
sorry.
Discord call so he can commentate this shit.
I think that might be the move, absolutely. Or American commentator in his own right. However, this is going to be Tragic. He is bombing on Big Bomb.
Man, Tragic is a sweat, as you mentioned, Vape.
Oh, he's showing off now. I don't like it. That being said, I kind of like it.
Bah! Tragic is saying, brother, this is a no-fly zone. Don't even try that.
He said, sell that to somebody else because we will not be buying. Tragic with a game 1 win. Bomb having his moments for sure. Will need some more in order to make that comeback.
But guys, I hope you are aware of what's happening right after this. Once again, the reminder, the final set today. ONLINECALE versus HONEYBEE. So many people are waiting for this. And Vape, I have no idea what to expect. Because when HONEYBEE is having a good day, he can beat anyone.
HONEYBEE, one of the best in the world, especially when coming onto that NA side. He can do anything. He can make anything happen. But Rip standing across from him is a true boss character in the form of ONLINECALE. But we got to work our way up to that, chat. Here onto game number 2. Let's see what these two smokes deliver on.
Yadi's saying, Rip's not watching shit. No way he missed that combo. Brother, I'm on Tinder right now. Chill.
Hey, man. Hey, tell him that you have a friend, all right? Hey, Rip's going to put me on. We will see. However, this is going to be Tragic again, starting things off. And all right, Bomb taking it to Tragic to start things off. Does have him locked into the corner. Beautiful use of the armor mixed with the Sector. Rips on the Tinder. Tell him that you have 343 friends. Put us all on. Make it happen.
I actually do that. I'm even using my community's Discord photos, you know, to flex on the girls on Tinder. I pretend that I'm
As you
mine.
should. No, Rips is
For
doing
example,
it
I
right,
use
as you should.
Stormbreaker's AMG car, you know. It's
Rips
easy.
looks like whatever you need. Rips will look like anything you need him to look like in order for you to say yes. However, this is going to be Tragic making that comeback again. He will not be denied. Similar to me in the Facebook bombs. However, we got to focus on here and now, chat. Rips, it is time to tee up.
Tragic right now in full control. And man, the defense is super clean as well. Look at this. Like easy and smooth anti-air, and that means Tragic putting up a clinic.
Tragic is going absolutely crazy right now, and there is the striker. I love this duo. However, we will see, though. We're backing up. We're moving forward, though. We are shimming. We are bobbing and weaving, and this is going to be Tragic. A beautiful anti-air.
I like what I'm seeing. That is just Bomb trying to make the right guess to just get his turn back.
Yeah, Bomb, this is quite the minefield he's got to go through. Tragic is not going to be slowing down any point in time. He's still canceling. Look at these setups, Rips, the striker. A cameo you do not see that often, by the way, but it looks like Tragic.
Was
has
that
found
a
way.
triple back-to-back-to-back flawless block from Tragic?
I don't know, man. I don't know. We're going to have to rewind the tape on that bad boy. However, Bomb, he is on short order here. Does not have a ton of health.
And Tragic, honestly, you have to relax a little bit.
No. Keep going. I got to see it, man. Show the YouTube community, show the Twitch community how much you sweat. 4-3, and that is going to end it. That is going to be big. Tragic. Do we get a juicy brutality? Not this time. However, maybe next time. This is going to be game number 2. Again, going to Tragic, who's starting to pull away, Rips.
Tragic right now completely in control of the match, looking absolutely unstoppable. But let's take a look at this replay. I think this was a triple flawless block. Wait.
It does appear to be. It does appear to be big Tragic, man. Definitely on
I
his
think it was a
guard.
double
And
flawless block only. Okay.
we'll give him credit. We'll give him credit for it, though. For the attempt, that is. That is going to be Tragic again. 2-0. And that is going to be us going to our next game. This is going to be Bomb. He's got to make something happen.
If only that were true.
Once again, guys, we are on the North American portion of the stream. After this, we got ONLINECALE taking on HONEYBEE. That is going to be some must-see TV, in my opinion. However, we are going to see if Tragic can wrap things up from here, or if Bomb has a shot in this. And here we go. This is absolutely a dynamic fight from pillar to post. Okay. And we are turning invisible. Tragic looks like he is just fully comfortable here, Rips. And a comfortable Tragic, this is going to be bad news for your health. And he is pulling away. He is putting it on Striker there to pick up the tab. And he is going crazy.
Man, Tragic, who hurt you?
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, no, seriously, man. Seriously, this is going to be a problem and a half. However, you got to figure it out now. He is going to be on set point as Big Tragic.
Everything is working out. Right now, Tragic has so much momentum in the back that I kind of feel bad for Bomb.
Well, he's going to have to find his way out sooner rather than later. He does have the character. He does have the cameo. Tragic just holding blocks saying, you want to open me up, man? You're going to have to work harder than that.
I think at this point, he literally is just flexing on us.
That's kind of what I'm seeing. I don't like it, but I kind of do like it, Ribs. And these two, Bomb looks appear to be a little bit outmatched, so he is going to do what he can. However, Tragic going to be instantly turning that invisibility off and absolutely going to town on him.
That dash up right in front of him was so disgusting.
Oh no, he's pulling away. He's looking good. Bomb has got to do something. I don't know what you can do. A player of this caliber, Tragic, is showing off right here in front of the community. And Ribs, that is absolutely going to do it. Tragic with a 3-0 GG's to both players.
I have to say it how it is. Tragic, this was one of, honestly, the best smoke performances I have seen in quite some time. And Vape, don't get it twisted. We have a lot of strong smoke players here in the arena.
Right.
But Tragic, boy, oh boy, that was ridiculous.
Oh, he looked damn good, man. Definitely looked good. I love to see the Striker, by the way, coming out with some new cameos, testing some tech here in the arena, clearly paying off.
And Tragic is saying, I'm just nasty on a Heidi. Shout out to my boy Just Nasty. We miss him as well. But yes, Vape, we have one more set in the pipeline. And in my opinion, it is going to be the blockbuster set of the night. The entire community is waiting for it. It is the Battle of Titans. We have ONLINECALE versus HONEYBEE. And I'm so curious about the chat prediction here. Because yes, ONLINECALE lately seems to win every single tournament, left and right. It doesn't matter if it's online, if it's offline. A very talented player right now. But HONEYBEE, he can take him.
No, this is something I've been looking forward to for a long time. I've never seen these two play. I'm sure they have. But you know what, Rips? You were talking about ONLINECALE winning basically every tournament. There is one tournament he has not won. Would you like to tell him what that is?
Oh yeah, of course. ONLINECALE never able to win the arena. Let's see if maybe this season he is able to dethrone Kanimani. I speak for the entire audience when I say we would all love to see it. No hate to Kani, by the way, but Kani, we're just tired.
Yeah. Hey, if there's a player who can do it, even in international connection, ONLINECALE knows how to get things done. However, in front of him, this is not going to be easy. HONEYBEE, the best reptile. You will see an MK1, an amazing noob Cybot as well. And he does rock a little bit of T1000, does have some variety. However, coming up next, this is going to be the blockbuster, the main event of the evening. Grab your friend, grab your wife, grab your friend's wife, Rips. It is go time.
Vape, the players are here, and that means it's party time.
All right, chat, let it be known. Give us your energy. Is Kale coming out with the Homelander? It does appear to be so. One of the strongest Homelanders, by the way, in all of MK1. I don't think that's an overstatement.
Vape, do you want to see the chat prediction?
What do we got?
So,
let me see.
We have 1 million channel points on ONLINECALE and only 160k on HONEYBEE.
Holy moly. All right, the players are ready. Clearly the chat, the community, I think a few of them did watch CEO and they say, you know what, I'm going with this guy. Not a bad pick.
Albert, thank you so much for the sub here on the channel. Community's trying to start that late night hype train, but ONLINECALE on Homelander, that means he is serious.
All right, we will see. However, this Homelander is once again one of the best in the scene. Reptile, a middle of the pack character. However, HONEYBEE does have technology to make him look a little bit top tier. The 1-1, the back three. I'm sorry, the back punish though, not going to be able to get it. Does got to break away. You do not want to be locked into the corner with Kale. Nice though, still going and still rolling his big Kale. He's close, and that's going to do it.
I am done apologizing.
All right, Ribs, Kale, a living legend, starting to live up to that legend here in game number 1.
Fight.
We're back 3, though. It looks
you're
like
right. Good flawless block. Oh, but Honeybee got caught. That Pharah mix is devastating.
Yeah, Pharah, man, they did have to nerf this cameo. They had to nerf this character, but still all around very, very good. However, Honeybee gonna be trying to get a little bit mobile on you, Ribs. Stand 3, though. And it looks like Kale knows this matchup, man, inside and out. Not a character you will see all that often at the highest level. However, Honeybee getting a big opening there, Ribs, and we are going airborne. Beautiful stuff, and look at this damage he's putting on, though. This is gonna be Honeybee with a small lead. However, Kale gonna answer right back early and often, still going. Nice. All right. Honeybee, what can you do from here? The back 3, we're going overhead. Gotta break away. Do not want to eat that damage. That will most certainly have been the game.
ONLINECALE trying to go for the grab.
Pressing.
Honeybee, cross jump, gets it. Beautiful Mavado conversion. Wait,
He's gonna
what?
break, though. He doesn't go for the fatal. He knew he could break. And this is close. The laser beams are gonna be everywhere. The Movado, you don't want to use that too often. Beautiful gator roll. That's gonna be close. And that's gonna do it. Honeybee putting it on.
Final round. Fight.
All right, Ribs, Honeybee showing some big signs of life. Will need certainly a lot more. However, look at these conversions again from the corner. Big overhead slam to end it. Honeybee is gaming right now, Ribs.
Babe, the problem is I think Honeybee took a little sneak peek at the chat prediction, and now he's pissed.
Oh no, he's gaming like he's never gamed before. Gonna be breaking the neck is Big Kale. Overhead. And what a call out, does not quite convert. Kale still is working with a full stick of butter. Big low. And look at the patience of Kale. I'm actually a little bit surprised here, Ribs. And this should be close. This should be the game, though. This is gonna be, wait, he's gonna have breaker. And that's gonna do it. Calls him out of the air in game number 1, going to ONLINECALE. But Ribs, very close. I'm loving the way Honeybee is battling.
ONLINECALE in the lead. And now my question to you, babe, my question to the community is, do you guys expect an immediate character switch from Honeybee? We know he has a T1000. We know he has a very, very strong noob Cybot. Babe, what's gonna be the call?
I think you stick with the reptile, though. He's so comfortable with this character. And as we saw, he did have some success with there. Obviously, Noob Saibot, a very good character as well. It's all about whoever Honeybee is more comfortable with, in my opinion. And let's see what he's got.
And you're right, babe. No character switch at all. Honeybee back to business with Reptile Mavado. I respect it.
He did have some success in that game number 1. However, we do know that Kale is just warming up as well. Rips, this is probably his first set of the day. Me and him are in the same time zone. It is only 11 a.m. for us early birds. All right, though. And once again, these laser beams are picking Honeybee apart, though. He cannot afford to eat these from distance. Overhead yet again. Look at the distance management. Tries to go shimmy neutron, not able to get it, but does get a big 1-1 pickup. Here comes Honeybee. Nice. And still going. Honeybee turning invisible. That one. Nice sweep. And look at this. Are we bagging a little bit?
Babe, you're telling me it's getting
Kale.
a little bit toxic in here?
We can certainly see it right in front of our eyes. Here's going to be Honeybee. Kale says, you know what, Ribs? Enough is enough on this one. Nice. And this is going to be Kale. He can knot it up with one more hit. Kale, overhead again. He's going to spin the fatal blow. That should be it. And Ribs, you can never count out ONLINECALE. We saw it at CEO. This man was able to make the full reverse 6-0 comeback. Now we're blowing out the guts, giving you the Taco Bell treatment. That will be the round. And ONLINECALE starting the game will be without a fatal blow. Important to know, Ribs.
ONLINECALE representing the new generation of competitive MK players. And yes, he is strong, guys.
Yeah, Kale, definitely one of the better players you will see in this scene. However, Honeybee, not too far behind. Definitely a name that can make it happen. However, here he goes, Ariel and Honeybee on a tremendous lead. Nice. Overhead slam again. This should be the round, and Kale not even going to break away. No, he got caught, and that is going to be it.
Final round. Fight.
All right, Ribs. Here we go. This could be a very big pivotal turning point in this set. We will see. All right, Acid all over the place yet again. The stand 3. A beautiful use of the command grab there.
I saw the uplock attempt from HONEYBEE, but Kale mixed it up perfectly. Went for the command grab instead.
Yeah, Kale, man, he is not going to be shy about mixing it up, though. The low again. What's he got from here? Big boot. And he catches him with the lasers. HONEYBEE is on life alert here in the arena. Beautiful pickup from HONEYBEE. And the acid is going to be everywhere. Can he turn invisible? He will. What is the setup from here? All right, HONEYBEE, do you spend the fatal now, Rips? Do you try to go for one more? Keep it in mind, ONLINECALE does. Oh my God, no. This man just jumped out of those DMs and that's gonna be the game.
Finish him.
Holy moly.
ONLINECALE.
Rips, how do you beat this kid? How do you beat him?
I have no idea, babe. Maybe call Online Tony and tell him to shut the, internet off.
That is going to be one way to do it. However, again, Kale continues to roll a 2-0
Look at Online Tony in the chat. He's saying, no, even that won't work. Shoutouts to Online Tony.
Online Tony, a true gem of the community, man. Him and his son, man. A bit of 2 champions coming at it.
No, I got to say, Online Tony, honestly, the clip of you and Kale when Kale won the tournament, it was the highlight for me personally. Beautiful to see the family support and stuff like that. Keep it up together. But yes, now chat, ONLINECALE sitting on 3 point versus HONEYBEE. ONLINECALE doing what ONLINECALE does, chat.
Round 1.
Man is known to be a bit of a gamer. However, we are going to see if HONEYBEE can get anything going. This will be his last chance to get it done here in the arena today. All right, beautiful start from HONEYBEE. Overhead is going to be good for Kale, man. You can't keep a good dog down for too long. And here he comes. And Kale reestablishing that lead. The beautiful duck. Gotta break away if you're HONEYBEE. Nice low. The down one's the double. Down one's the double dip here, Rips.
Look at this
And
pressure.
he will just
HONEYBEE,
not stop.
he's just trying to breathe over there.
But it's not going to be to HONEYBEE's avail. It's not going to be to their benefit, Rips. This is going to be ONLINECALE on set point.
That is ridiculous. Necro, thank you so much for the resub for 9 months already. Shout out to more than 400 people here in the chat with us.
Oh, absolutely. That Pharaoh, by the way, going to be expiring. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it, Rips, as we see time and time again. The low, however, HONEYBEE going to punish that. HONEYBEE, we see this, man. He's been having some early success early in the round. However, it is Kale who usually is able to march their way back. We will see exactly what it is we are looking at. However, Kale just holding the block button, does not want to risk anything. Catches him out of the air is going to be HONEYBEE. And this is trouble if you're Kale. HONEYBEE looking awake here in the arena today. And this should be basically guaranteed. Yep, Rips, the double hitting acid ball. That is going to be the round.
It was
HONEYBEE needs
such a
one more.
beautiful setup in the end to really secure the round, and I think that would have beaten every single option from ONLINECALE.
I don't think there was a way you could defend that. Maybe a flawless block, maybe 2 flawless blocks. I'm not quite sure. However, I do know HONEYBEE is looking pretty damn good. We'll need a lot more because here comes the freight train, known as ONLINECALE. And Kale, this Homelander, man, a true boss character in his own right. However, this is going to be HONEYBEE needs to answer the call, needs to answer back. But Rips, it might be a little bit too late because Kale is starting to pour it on.
Nice anti-air, gives HONEYBEE at least a little bit of momentum right now, and the corner position, of course.
We're going to see Kale. He needs a little bit more. Let's find out if he can do it. Overhead, and here comes the Pharaoh. What do you do? Overhead block, and that's gonna be, wait a minute, so he's gotta spend it. Get him off that meter at the very least, I would think. And that is going to be the game plan. However, Kale, you gotta imagine he's gonna eat it.
He holds the damage and saves the breaker instead.
He's gonna take the lead. However, ONLINECALE, let's see if he can make this happen. Nice. All right, breaking away. Kale does not have the life lead.
And that was so quick. HONEYBEE didn't see it coming.
Holy moly. That is going to be ONLINECALE absolutely stealing it from HONEYBEE. A 3-0 to end things. What do we even say, Rips? Man, he had it.
Man, that was a heartbreak right there. Because I'm pretty sure HONEYBEE, he tried to guess right in the end, but that was so lightning quick from ONLINECALE. A beautiful set regardless. A big thank you to HONEYBEE and ONLINECALE for playing that on stream here in front of the community. ONLINECALE looking as strong as always. I mean, we are talking about a world-class MK1 player here. And I think we saw him in action today. And yeah, that title is deserved.
Very good set between both gentlemen, man. Always a pleasure to see HONEYBEE and always a pleasure to see ONLINECALE. It's a matchup we're going to see again in the future. I have no doubts, Ribs.
But just like that, ladies and gentlemen, even though it breaks my heart, this is going to be the end, at least for today here in the arena. And I want to say thank you to everyone out here in the chat, to everyone over there on YouTube for the continued support, for spending time with us basically every single evening. It honestly means a lot, and I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much. And Vape and I here on the commentary side. Vape, did you have fun?
It was a blast, man. Banger says, man, thank you again for having me. W community.
So, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you over to the boy Vape Coach because he's going to go live with his own tournament now. And that means you guys get more competitive MK1 action. And we're going to be back tomorrow here on the Arena channel, probably with another stacked qualifier event. So, chat, have a wonderful stay over there at Vape. Stay safe and healthy. And we're going to be back very, very soon. Bye-bye.